Hey, what's up guys? It's Dan again from CryptoCamacho.com, and today guys, I'm going to show you a quick day trading opportunity that you guys can get into quickly. You have probably about 1 to 3-4 days for this to all kind of take place, and I want to show you the opportunity so you can get in as quick as possible if you're interested. So guys, jumping over to the chart I'm looking at is the Poly Ethereum combination on the Kucoin exchange. I'm using Coinigy to look at my charts here. If you don't use Coinigy, I highly recommend you do. But anyways, I'm using the chart from Poly Ethereum combination on the Kucoin exchange. So if we look at the chart for Poly, the coin itself has been around since the middle of February. That's when it hit the exchanges, and that's really when the ICO was finished. Price jumped up, and it's kind of gone down since then because the overall market in cryptocurrency has been down. But if you look, we see that it is starting to kind of recover back to where its top was. So its top, the all-time high for Poly was 17.54, and then we've seen a couple dips and rises. Let me make this a different color here. Let me start here. Okay, let me make this a different color, and let me go back. All right, cool. So you see there was a big dip here, right? Went all the way down. Then we see kind of a small top here up at 10.6. We see another top here at 11.5, another top or area of resistance up at 12.27, and then we've gone down from there, right? But if you notice, each time you're seeing kind of these curved bull opportunities right here for many different times with this particular coin. And keep in mind that I'm looking at the one-day chart just to illustrate a point here. So one-day charts, this is what it looks like, right? The next high I can see being, somewhere up here, and it just kind of keep climbing, so it makes this kind of bowl-shaped view for Poly, right? And keep this shape in mind because this is a one-day chart. And I want to zoom down now into the hour charts, right? And I'm gonna clean this chart off. Okay, so this is now the hour chart of the same thing we looked at, right? And you can see that there's these bowls that it forms. There's typically a bowl. For Poly, it's very common that there's these kind of bowls, and there's a down, flatten, and then it kind of parabolically goes up, right? You can see this over and over in the chart. You see one forming right here, but it hasn't actually finished yet, but we can see that it is starting to form just like it has historically in the past, right? So historically, if a cryptocurrency has done one thing and there's a pattern that you can start to find in the cryptocurrency, in the chart itself, you should start following that pattern. And you can notice that not only does it happen on the hour charts, it also happens on the day charts, it also happens on the 5-minute charts, right? Because of fractaling. So whenever a coin is traded on a chart, we see spikes going way up, and then we go down, and then we see kind of this fractal pattern of waves that happens from trades, from traders. And it's really just the psychology of how somebody is trading, and we see that pattern in that kind of those waves here in the Poly chart as well. So now let's get down into the actual opportunity that I'm talking about, right? So I'm going to clear this chart. The price right now is actually at 80910, which is actually pretty low, right? Right here is really where the chart is. Right here is really where the price is, right? Trying to mark this here. Right here is really where the price is right now. So now if I zoom down into the 5-minute charts, guys, I'm going to clear this out. I'm going to look at the bowl that is forming, right? So just probably a week ago, maybe a little bit less than that, we see multiple bowls that have actually formed with this chart, right? Right here is a bowl. Right here is a parabolic bowl. Right here is another bowl. Like, so every single time there's these bowls forming. There's another bowl, right? And there are these fractal patterns of a bowl forming of the larger bowl. And I'm hopefully explaining this correctly, but look, there's also in the broader pattern, if you go to right here up to the top, you see this other bowl that's formed, right? We go up to the top, we go all the way down, and then there's this kind of parabolic bowl shape. Well, the same thing is happening right here before our eyes, guys. This bowl is forming right here, right? So we're going down. We're about to flatten out. Let me redraw that. That wasn't a very good drawing. But you see we're going down, flatten out, and pretty soon it's going to flatten out, and it's going to start going up a bit, right? And so I want to just continue this drawing here because it's really going to go like that. That's kind of what's going to happen. And actually, let me delete this. Let me delete this, and I'm going to show you exactly what's going to happen here. All right, so we're going to go down, 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 down. And it may just go back up like this, right? And it's hard to say exactly how the pattern is going to play out, but the bull pattern is looking strong. It's looking consistent with the past bulls that we've seen, right? You can see another bull right here. I mean, it just happens over and over and over with this chart poly. And so now if you get down in at the bottom here, let me zoom in on the chart. So look where the price is. It's actually lower than it has been for quite some time. And you see these areas of resistance, right? Right here, right here, right here. And we've consistently gone down, but we're shortening, right? We're starting to rise back up. The intervals are getting smaller. They're getting shorter, which means that we're starting to round the corner, right? There could be another peak right here. So this could be a day trading opportunity, you know, even within a couple of hours. It could be a day or two. We could see another one right here, another one right here, and then so forth and so on as it goes up. And all in between, you're going to see these kind of ups and downs, and you're going to see a spike. Then you're going to see ups and downs spike. You're going to see ups and downs spike. And every single chance, you're going to have an opportunity to do a day trade when it spikes up like that, right? So you can get in for the very, very short term. I'm going to clean this up a little. You can get in for the very short term, or you can get in for a few days and have an opportunity to trade this. And the percentages, I want to just show you. If you were to invest right here and we go back up to this kind of top, that's 3%, right? You put $10,000 into a 3% trade, you have a couple $100 just like that, really, just quickly making money every single time. And if you do that, you 300 here, 300 here, 300 here, 300 here, so forth and so on. But the bigger play is really trying to get the coin to return to the top, right? So the top is, let me clear this off. The top is really right here, guys. So if you look at the top up here, let's change the color of that so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But you see the top is really right here, right? And as this bull plays out, you're going to go back to the top, and that's going to be a quick like 10% gain, right? If you look from where it is now all the way to the top, it's about an 8 to 9% gain, right, in a few days. So from the top peak, that was yesterday, right? And we can see this kind of closing in the next 1 to 3 days, I would say, going back up to that point, right, as we continue our climb to the moon with everything else, right? And after this little bull right here, we're going to see another kind of uptick, right? And I'm ultimately banking that we're going to go up, you know, somewhere right here to complete this bull at some point in time, right? So I hope that makes sense to you guys. It's an opportunity to do some day trading, to do some swing trading. If you haven't, start small, test it out, right? Set your alerts, mark your charts, and just watch this play out. Watch the music happen here, guys. I'm telling you, this is going to be fairly consistent, and I'm really curious to see how you guys take this. You know, it's going to be a quick 10% gain for anybody watching. And again, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy this per se. It's an opportunity that I'm looking at buying, but again, consult your CPA, your financial advisor, so forth and so on. I'm not a legal or financial advisor, guys. I'm Dan from CryptoCamacho.com. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you did make some money on that trade, if you guys get into Poly Ethereum on Kucoin. If you haven't subscribed, please do by clicking on this little red button right below called subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will talk to you next time, guys. Happy trading. See you guys. Good luck.